Last summer I learned how to roll my R's, and I really wanted to make a video just explaining how I went through that process, and hopefully it will help some other people out there trying to learn. I basically had 3 different things that I did that may help. The first one that I learned how to do, or that I could do, was saying Dracula, but kind of with a rolled flap. I would say Dracula, 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 and it kind of sounds like you're rolling your R, but really you're faking it. And basically I would do that just by saying D-lacula, and just kind of saying it fast. Dracula, Dracula, and just try to make my tongue flap. If you can't do that, that's okay, but that's like, I could do that already way before I tried to learn how to roll my R's. The next thing that I practiced was saying butter and ladder. Basically, butter, when you say that word, the flap that your tongue makes during butter, butter, that's the same kind of flap that your tongue makes when you roll your R's. So basically, I would just be in the shower, or when I'm home alone, I just kind of repeat butter over and over again for weeks. So just butter, 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 and you try to kind of speed it up, and eventually the idea is that you'll be able to say ba and then roll your R's when you say the d. Barr, barr, barr. And that was really the first way I was able to roll my R's. I think it happened when I was in the shower one time. I just went barr, and I could only roll my R's if I had started by saying butter, but eventually I was able to just do it without saying butter. Third thing is a Spanish tongue twister, Erre con Erre cigarro, and I couldn't do the rolled R, obviously. When I tried to do that tongue twister, it sounded really stupid, but once I finally was learning the butter rolled R, I was able to do the rolled R for the tongue twister, and I think it really helped for practicing it. But in all, it took me probably, gotta say, like over a month of practicing before I really could even begin to roll my R's. So it at times got really depressing, or I just felt like I wasn't going to be able to learn. And I've heard it described as being like trying to learn how to touch your toes. Like, you can't just learn how to touch your toes. It's kind of a muscle flexibility that you have to obtain. So the same thing is kind of what you want to think about with your tongue, that you aren't going to be able to just learn how to roll your R's in a couple days. It's going to take you some time. And I know touching your toes doesn't take as much time, but rolling your R's is something that if you haven't been doing it since you were young, if you haven't learned before, it's going to take you some time. So don't give up right away. Go at it for a month trying to do the butter thing. And just one note, that you probably don't want to do that around people because it's really annoying. So yeah, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, or if you want my opinion or something, just send me a message and I'll try to get back to you.